What is going on, my fellow stack addicts? Hope you guys are doing well and your stacks are still growing fat. But before I go further, shout out to the first comment on my last video, the YouTuber, the Prospect Stacker. I appreciate you always showing up on my channel and showing love. For those of you who don't know, the Prospect Stacker is another YouTuber. Check out his channel, he has a lot of cool videos. Alright, so we bounced back a bit. Silver is now close to $90 and gold is at around $5,060 right now. Compared to the last couple of days, I think the lowest silver got was about 74 and gold to about 4,400. That was a pretty significant drop. Silver was originally close to $120 and gold was at around $5,000, almost $5,600. So, man, when that crash hit, it hit. And some of us were not prepared. We were not prepared for it. And I guess there's different ways in talking about preparedness. With me, I was talking about I didn't have extra money on the side or extra dry powder, if you will, that I could have used for gold and silver during the dip. Yeah, that crash kind of took many of us by surprise. And I was lucky. I sold a little bit of silver. I sold about 80 ounces of silver. Now the money that I got, that dry powder, went right back into my credit card initially. But it opened up my eyes. I wasn't prepared. You know, look at this pirate coin. You see these pirates? Pirates are opportunists. They see a situation and they go for it. Whether it's taking over another ship and plundering a town, you know, they get what they need to get because they're pirates. They have to be ready. Their captain has to make sure that their crew is ready for battle. So when the opportunity comes, they go and they get it. Now, how can we be ready for the next crash? Well, we put a little bit of money on the side, and then when it crashes and dips, we swoop in and buy. But then again, easier said than done. But what about the rest of life? Are you ready? Are you prepared? You know, us having all these precious metals, you got to be careful about life in general. You got to be careful about who you talk to, who your family talks to, your wife and your kids. Make sure they're not spreading the word that their dad at home has a whole bunch of treasure, gold and silver and precious metals. That's not a safe thing to do. Make sure that your family's on that with you, and that you guys are on the same page. You have to be prepared in all parts of life. Prepared financially if you can, and I'm probably the last person to give financial advice, but I learn here and there, and I'm trying to get better. But I do try to make sure that my family's taken care of, and that starts with being transparent and telling your immediate household about the dangers that are out there. You got to be like St. George right here and get ready to fight that dragon, whether it's financial danger or physical danger. Because although it's very awesome and even addicting to collect gold and silver, you can't just be blinded by the gold and silver. You can't be like Scrooge McDuck here, you know, and just swimming in all your money and being oblivious when everything's going on. You have to be a little bit like St. George here, being prepared to fight off that dragon. That dragon meaning the challenges in life, you know, whether it's financial or physical. Be like Mr. John Wick. Make sure that you have a way to defend your family, and that your family knows the dangers that are out there, especially if you're a stacker and you have a lot of precious metals in your house. Be careful. Man, I love precious metals. I love silver, and of course, you know me, I love my gold. My golden Scrooge McDuck here. I love these metals. But when that crash happened, it just showed that how much I was unprepared. And if I was a little bit more prepared and I stuck to a plan, I probably would have came out on top a little bit more. I did benefit on this dip, but if I had a plan, I probably would have came out on top even more. But I can't get too greedy. I just have to try to stick with a plan and be like Saint Michael here, the archangel, ready to fight off evil, right? Like that saying, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in war. Now that quote means a lot. You can learn a lot from that quote, actually. But yep, come time for that next crash or dip, Addict Stacker is going to be a little bit more prepared. Whether it's ounces, fractionals to small grams, I'm going to keep stacking. I'm Addict Stacker. That's what I do. Addict Stacker out.